We found another great fit for the Cubs.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, now the number one sports podcast network. We are your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Before tip-off, check the FanDuel app and see what's dropping during NBA happy hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Trivia history later in the show related to free agents. Are we sure the Cubs are desperate for a starting pitcher? I have some theories on that I want to run by Sam.
Yes.
And in that realm, we do start with another offensive fit, possibly for the Cubs, and Bo Bichette, who has been linked to the Cubs, at least in terms of them checking in on the former Blue Jay, at least former for now. And I do think he's a great fit for the Cubs. Position, timeline, vibe. He could play third in 26 and then second in 27. Plus, if Nico Hoerner's extended, though, then Bichette can remain at third and play alongside Hoerner and Dansby Swanson for the next few years. He's only 28 years old. And this would be a guy, Sam, who would have the type of impact on not only the 2026 team, but beyond that you really would like to see them add. And I think he does add up to a lot of what they should be wanting.
He's the perfect fit offensively. It's just you have to acknowledge how unlikely it probably is if they get him. If they were to get him, it changes everything. It changes the conversation. It changes the point, because this is a guy you can make the case. You can make the case he's a better fit offensively for them than Tucker. You can make the case. Last year, he batted .311. His OPS was 840, but he's an average guy. Bo Bichette at his peak is what you want Nico Hoerner to become, right? Because Bichette has the history of hitting 300 in the league, and he also has 20-plus home run power. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, he's the whole package.
And here's the beauty of it. The biggest knock on him is that since 2022, he hasn't played a ton of games, right? He played 135 and 23, just 81 and 24. He was miserable. And then last year, he played only 139, but you would still have Matt Shaw, right? So that's where Shaw's utility could come in and make it like, if you're really serious about trying to win a championship or trying to win a division and be good for a long time, this guy's the perfect fit. He doesn't rely on the home run ball. He's led the league in hits a couple of times. He's terrific. In terms of likeliness of getting him, I would put the Cubs now, if Carter's listening and Jed's listening, his father, Dante Bichette, you could probably get on a decent deal. Maybe 1 year, at the league minimum, and you could come to the fans and say, that's actually a good value of a deal. What's Bo Bichette going to cost, Matt? That's got to have at least high ones, low twos, right?
Yeah, I think it's possible it starts with a 1 just because this is now traveled into January.
Yeah.
But FanGraph says 7 years, 189 for an AAV exactly of 27. And so, yeah, I think you're right. It sounds...
Which would be the biggest deal they've ever signed, right?
It would. More on that later in the show.
Okay.
That would be the biggest deal by about $5 million. The last big deal they signed, if you want to go there, Dansby Swanson, 177 for 7. Bichette is younger than Swanson as a free agent. He's been a better hitter than Swanson has. And defensively, he's not anywhere close to Swanson. Not many are, but he's going to have the ability to now move around off a shortstop. Not many teams are even interested in him at short. And so if there is one player that you would feel good about going years and money for, which they're not totally against based on the Swanson deal, if it's in that neighborhood, I would try to get optimistic about that. Obviously, now we have evidence the last couple of years, especially, that they're not. But 7 for 177 for Swanson, if they felt like in that winter, that December of 22, that they departed from now this new lens that they're operating under, why wouldn't Bichette be a part of that equation? Because I get it. Bregman's over 30, and he might be regressing, especially at the plate.
This is a better player than Bregman.
The amount of years for him.
Yeah. This is a different category, in my opinion.
Different. It's 28. He's 28 years old.
And he, like, Bo Bichette's the type of guy where if he were to put it all together, like his ceiling is like he hits like, you got to remember, guys don't hit 311 anymore.
Yeah.
Who won the batting title last year in the AL? Let me look that up really quick.
As you mentioned, Sam, last year Bichette bounced back from an injury and a struggle-filled 24. Two-time All-Star. He's received MVP votes 4 times. Of course.
I forgot it was Judge.
Yeah.
So besides Judge, I think Bichette probably was right there. You know what I mean? This guy
got to be close. Yeah.
His ceiling, Matt, right? Which I think this offense.
It's exciting.
I think this offense's ceiling right now is dangerously low, right? This is a guy that could hit 310 with 25 and 100 in the middle infield.
And they've been interested in him in the past, dating back to 2023.
And I don't want him if it means we have to trade Horner too. If you get both, go try and win a title.
You don't have to trade Horner or Shaw.
You don't.
Like, why would they? It's similar to last offseason. Well, why would they trade Seiya if they get Tucker? It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Why would they trade Horner if you get Bo Bichette? You wouldn't.
I'll say this. If they got Bichette, my interest level and my excitement level would probably go, right now I'm at like a 4 just with this offseason. I'm up to like a 9. Like, I love this guy. Like, this is, you know me. This is my type of hitter. This guy, He puts the ball in play. He's just a ball player, It's not, I mean, remember that home run he hit in the World Series? By the way, limited sample size, 311 in the postseason as well. Just my type of guy. I love these type of hitters. They don't exist much anymore. Like Luis Ariz right now, granted, totally different type of player. Doesn't have speed, doesn't have power, doesn't walk, whatever. But there's no value in these type of hitters anymore, and I love them. And if the Cubs sign him, I'd be,
You'd be ecstatic.
Ecstatic. Him and Schwarber were my top 2 guys. I'd love him to get.
I don't think I realized that Bichette, you viewed Bichette this highly.
Oh, I love Bichette.
Nice.
Yeah, I love Bichette. I like guys. I like guys that get hits and don't look and try and get stats. And I walked, and I had 2 walks here, and there's second and third 2 outs, and I took a 3-1 pitch right down the middle when I could have drove in 2 runs, but then I walked. I like guys that hit, right? So he hits.
And maybe the Cubs are prioritizing an impactful offensive addition as opposed to starting pitching at this point in the offseason. We detail as to why that might be next.
This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Fridays already feel different during basketball season, and FanDuel is making them even better. Every Friday night before the games tip off, FanDuel gives fans a new way to kick off the weekend with NBA Happy Hour. I love this. NBA Happy Hour is your official pregame, a limited time window where special offers just drop right inside the FanDuel app before all the action starts. Really quickly, I got to transition from the NBA to college just to acknowledge that Matthew's Iowa Hawkeyes are now ranked 19th in the country. in the college realm, and my Fighting Illini are ranked 16th. And those two have an early morning date on Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Time. So after that Bears game, win or lose, you could kind of have a little dessert watching the Illini go to Carver Hawkeye. I told you that was going to be a tough Iowa team. I like the way that they play that slow pace. So before tip-off, check the FanDuel app and see what's dropping during NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 Eastern Time. A little basketball, a little action, and a whole lot of Friday energy. That's NBA Happy Hour only on FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA.
Thank you for making Locked On Cubs your first listen of the day. Thank you for making Locked On the #1 sports podcast network. You already live your team every day. Now take it up a level and go ad-free. Join the Everydayer Club today and get Locked On Cubs with no interruptions, all for just $5 a month or $50 a year. Go to lockedoncubs.supercast.com or check the link in this episode description. What if I told you the Cubs are not desperate for a starting pitcher and they view the offseason right now? They have 9 options for the rotation: Steele, Horton, Boyd, Tyone, and Managa, Ray, Assad, Wicks, and Wiggins. Brown would be at 10th if he doesn't transition full-time to short relief. Meanwhile, these players are still free agents: Tucker, Bellinger, Bichette, and Bregman. All 4 of those guys you could immediately include and understand they would have a great impact on the 26 Cubs.
Yeah.
Tucker is a loss in the first place to a lineup that does have a lot of known, but known at what impact level. Plus that known in this year quickly becomes back to unknown in 27, since Happ, Horner, Seiya, and Kelly are all free agents next winter. And so, Sam, I'm starting to wonder. I do not only wonder, but think there is a chance the Cubs could prioritize offense at this point in the offseason instead of starting pitching.
When you say prioritize, do you mean not neglect, not get a pitcher at all?
No, I don't. I mean prioritize meaning they're not going to sign Gallen. They're not going to trade for Cabrera. They're not going to trade for Gore. But they sign a starting pitcher in the mid or even lower tier. But the twist to that is Tucker, Bellinger, Bichette, or Bregman joins the team.
I love it. I'm all for it. They have to. The one thing I'll emphasize is they have to sign one starter, because just to lay it out for everybody, right? You don't know when Steele's coming back, right? There's unknown with that. It's an injury. Matthew Boyd, through the most innings he's thrown in a really long time last year, he faded towards the end of the season. He's also pitching in the WBC. Cade Horton has never pitched 100-plus innings in the major leagues. Jamison Tyone is a reliable 3 or 4. He's had his injury history, right? Shota Imanaga last year got to the point where it was the biggest game the Cubs have played since 2017, and the Cubs were afraid to give him the baseball. So they need, and Colin Ray, honestly, could have been in the top 5, top 6 for like most valuable guys last year, really, when you look at what he did. But not a guy that should be relied on as a starter, I think, next year. So they have to add a starter. But if they want to go the mid-tier route, even low-tier, as long as the guy's fairly dependable, and sign one of the gentlemen that you're mentioning, I'm all for it. Because this team offensively right now, in my opinion, is just not a serious contender. You need to score runs to win championships. The run prevention is really good. I just don't think when you face elite pitching and you had Kyle Tucker become pedestrian, this team was just, Pete is really volatile and up and down. Seiya is really up and down. Ian is really up and down. One of my goals in 2026 is I got to start looking at Michael Busch as a serious player. So I'm not going to call him that. I'm going to give him his respect as a solid guy. But Ballesteros questions, Casey questions, Horner solid, Dansby up and down. You know you're not going to get the catcher performance that you got last year. That was a fluke. Let's just call it like it is. The early part of the year with
Kelly had a career year.
It was a fluke the first part of the year.
Okay.
He was one of the best hitters in baseball. Okay.
Yeah, he did it. He had a great first half for sure. Great season.
It was the first couple months mostly. If you add a guy,
why do you got to diss Carson Kelly?
I'm not dissing him at all. He was awesome. But I'm just saying you have to have that in your mind next year. This offense in the second half was a mediocre group. In August,
27th ranked offense in August.
You said it was the worst moment of the year for you was August of 2025 watching this offense.
Yeah, they scored like 2 runs or less many games.
If they add a guy like Bichette, like Tucker, like whoever else, Bellinger gets me a little bit less intrigued. But yeah, I'd be all for it. Would really help the team.
Well, I've had this lineup graphic in here, I think, almost 2 months, but we've only shown it once or twice.
I don't want to show it again.
No?
Just do it if you have to.
Hap, Horner, Bush, Seiya, Pete, Kelly, Ballesteros, Swanson, and Shaw.
You're right. Kelly had a great July.
6-0 to begin the year at Wrigley.
Kelly had a great July. I forgot. He 1.256 OPS in April. 620 in May.
Hit for the cycle on
569 in June, 951 in July, 503 August, 676 September. He had 2 good months. I just thought they were back to back. He had 2 good months. But you're right. One of them was July. Flash the lineup one more time.
Oh, sure.
Hap, Horner, Bush.
This is the lineup.
It has balance to it. It's not a bad lineup. It's just
right. They're not a bad team. There's no ceiling. They're not complete.
The ceiling in that lineup is Pete, right? Like for that lineup to work,
is the floor.
For that lineup to work, Pete basically has to be the first half guy. Because there's just like if I'm a pitcher,
and Bush would be a key too.
If I'm a no, Bush has to be a guarantee if that lineup's going to work.
Okay, guarantee. Better word, yeah.
He has to be like an 8th, 28, 30, 25, 30 home run guy for that lineup to work. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, we're talking about trying to beat out a team that won 97 games last year.
It's going to be hard to do.
Yeah, it's not like, there's this idea. It's like, oh, well, the Central, maybe 84 will do it. 86, like the Brewers
might make the playoffs, but not win the division.
The Brewers won like 18 games in a row 3 times last year. I mean, it was ridiculous. What was it? Seriously, 3 double-digit win streaks?
Well, we added it one time. It was like, and actually, this is you
like
put
30
it like
games.
This one time. What?
It was like they started like 30-0.
Yep. It's you almost can't comprehend it, especially for this sport.
Who are they? So did they lose anybody? What are they running out there? Churio.
They haven't lost anyone.
Terang, Contreras, Yelich, Ortiz,
Frelick.
What a player.
Peralta, Mizorowski, Ashby, Woodruff.
Who's the other?
Uribe, McGill.
Who's the other outfielder that almost won Rookie of the Year? Did they keep him?
Isaac Collins was traded to the Royals.
Yeah, they traded him. Right. For that reliever. That's right.
Yeah, reliever that throws 100. Yeah.
Yeah. Frelick. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so they're basically running back the same team.
Yes.
I think they're going to trade Peralta.
Yeah, there's talks picking up with the Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, and others.
If Peralta...
I'm just going off what was reported today by Ken Rosenthal.
If he goes to the Dodgers, you understand how perfect of a pickup for them that is, because he pitches, he never gets hurt.
Right.
He pitches every 5th day, this guy. He has the same line every start, I feel like, when I watch him. He throws like 100. He's not efficient. He throws like 102 pitches in like 6 innings or 5 2/3. He gives up 1 or 2 runs and strikes out 9. It feels like 90% of his starts.
Yeah, it's why
Cubs hit him though. Cubs hit him in the playoffs.
Well, especially in the playoffs, but they've had their moments with him.
They got better. They've gotten better at it, but they got him at Wrigley. Hap got him.
Yeah, Game 4, saved
Hap's like 3 for 40 against him with 3 homers.
Where would Bichette hit in this lineup?
3rd.
Sam? I was thinking 3rd too. I was thinking 2nd originally.
No, Put him in an
I think he
RBI
would hit
spot.
third
or fourth. Yeah.
All right, coming up next,
Best hitter on the team immediately.
immediately, any of those four would be, unless you want to make a case that Bellinger would be second best.
No, Bellinger's not the best hitter. Bellinger's not a better hitter than Suzuki.
Okay.
Or
so then
honest,
really the realm is Bregman, Tucker.
And Bregman's not a better hitter than Suzuki or Bush either.
Oh, okay. So then it's just Tucker and Bichette.
I think those two guys would be the best hitter. Yeah. You got to give Suzuki and Bush some love. Like, don't get me wrong. The Suzuki, the way he gets there, it's
right. It's a roller coaster.
It's really maddening. But the guy, you know, what did he hit? He hit 32 and 100 last year, and Bush, well, I didn't realize he actually only hit two. Suzuki only hit 245 last year.
Yeah, he had a really disastrous August, like the rest of the team.
866 for Bush. Yeah, you're right. They're all in the same realm. Go ahead.
Coming up next, we have trivia and history of the free agent variety.
This guy only hit 245?
We're back here on Locked On Cubs. We're going to close up the show.
I thought he hit like 260.
We're going to close up the show today with trivia and history. We haven't done this since last year. So, top 5 contracts in Cubs history. Have we done this before?
No, I think we've done something similar, but we haven't done it before. You can guess them. But I like to guess. I think the trick would be. I think everyone knows the top 5. I think the trick is to guess the amount.
Well,
right?
Yeah, I mean
that's where the. All right.
Go Cubs.
Hayward.
Yeah, he's number 1. And 8. You want to do years and monies?
Yeah, it was 8 for 184, 183.
That's correct. I already mentioned Swanson earlier.
Yeah, Swanson. You I did not know. I forgot. I wouldn't have gotten that. But you said 7 for 177. I listen when you talk. Lester was 6 for 155.
Correct. That's 3. You got 3 in a row. I just have the top 5 here.
Yeah, I'll go beyond that. I think I know. No, I know this is decent for. It's either Darvish or Soriano. I don't know the order, if I'm being honest, and that which means I don't know the amount.
Those are the right guys.
I'll say Soriano. Was Soriano? It was 8, right? It was 8 for 130.
Yeah, 8 for 136.
So no, that's wrong. I'm trying to get the exact answer.
Place.
Yeah, but 8. I thought so. You said 8 for 136 for Soriano.
Uh-huh.
So that Darvish is 5. I have no idea what that deal was.
Yeah.
I'll say 5 for 115. No, it's off. Forget it. Oh man, the Darvish deal. It can't be.
I heard it at one point.
Was it 6 years?
Yeah.
6 for 120?
Yeah, 6 for 126.
I think after that, it's got to be Happ or Suzuki. No, Suzuki was 5.
Oh, so Suzuki would be, was 5 for 100?
He was 5 for 85, but if you include the posting fee, it's 5 for 100.
Oh, so he must be 6 then.
And then I have no idea who's 7.
Probably Craig Kimbrell or something. All right.
No, I remember Zambrano signed a huge extension. Might be him.
Yeah. Like what, 90 million, right?
It would have to be in like the low to mid 90s. Yeah, I have no idea.
I think it was. No, I think I remembered started with a 9. Sam, this is a really good question.
What an embarrassing list. I mean,
this would be. Let me ask you this though:
Hayward, Swanson, Lester, Soriano, and Darvish. I mean, we have a guy that's in our top 5 that got signed in 2007.
At the winter meetings in 2014, the Cubs signed John Lester, who helped lead them to the 2016 World Series, Cy Young runner-up in 16, 2-time All-Star, and in 6 years, he posted a 3.64 ERA.
Yeah.
In over 1,000 innings.
And by the way, I bet you the Cubs model would say that wasn't great value on the deal because the last couple of years he wasn't great. That's what modeling does. Modeling has no value for the presence that Lester brings to the table, the credibility that he gives the team. When he walks in the dugout, you know it's time to win. Now, I'm probably wrong because he was so good for a while. But my point is there whatever the numbers were that Lester was, those numbers don't even matter. When his name was signed on the dotted line, the entire temperature and mood change of the entire organization. Is there a model for that? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
his sixth year and most of the fifth year, I guess, wasn't good. But 2018, Sam, he won 18 games.
Yeah, is there a model for that?
Go Cubs.
Sorry. I'm
so
sorry.
I was thinking, he's got to be the best, not only the top Cubs free agent signing ever, but maybe of Chicago sports.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, because I think Marion Hosa's second.
Okay, I don't. Please don't. I have
Him
no idea
paired
about
with
hockey.
Kane Tays, Keith Seabrook, and others did lead the Blackhawks to 3 Stanley Cup championships in 6 years.
Okay, 100%. 100%. I don't. My mind is. Hockey is a weak spot for me.
Let's just stick with Cubs then.
Well, no. Let's think. Well. I'll tell you who.
Lester won.
I can't even get a word in my head.
Would Ben Zobrist be second?
Was he a free agent signing? Yeah, technically he was, right? Okay, you're throwing a lot at me here. Can I just think about some free agent signings first?
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman?
I think he was a trade.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see.
He was coming off those.
Yeah, he was a trade from the Spurs for
okay.
I
know he's coming to the Spurs. Okay. I'm just thinking of those Bulls years.
Right.
Grant, Kukoc they drafted.
DeMar DeRozan.
No, we're not. Nothing.
That's a bad take.
Boozer did not live up to expectations, although he wasn't as bad as people thought. I'm just thinking Bears, Khalil Mack they traded for, then they signed him. Obviously, Cutler didn't live up to expectations. All right, sure. We could just go to Cubs then.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunately for Chicago sports, it's tough.
Was Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, were these guys traded for? I don't know.
I don't know. So I think Ben Zobrist might be second. Andre Dawson is the famous free agent with the blank check.
It's not Milton Bradley.
He's probably in the top 5, but I think it's Lester, Zobrist, and Dawson.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me historically to go back and figure out who was traded for and who was signed. I mean, yeah, those the first two are like 2 of the top 5 guys that led you to a World Series. Yep. Dawson was the 87 MVP. I believe the only MVP ever on a last place team. Could be totally wrong on that.
Wow, that's a great fact.
I could be totally wrong on that. Feels off when I said it. I'm sure someone in the comments will fact check.
But they were in last place that year, right?
No, I know he won the MVP in 87. Now I got to look it up.
And the Cubs were in last, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that seems really rare. Really rare. Unless did A-Rod do that with the Rangers or something?
Dawson won the National League MVP award as a member of the last place Cubs, but it doesn't say he was the only one that did it. So maybe, yeah, that's a great question. Maybe A-Rod on the Rangers is a great call.
Thank you.
Dawson's one of only 5 MVP winners to play for a losing team, but it doesn't say last place. Oh, wow, Dawson was the first player.
There's only been 5. That's not many at all.
Dawson was the first player to win a league MVP trophy from a last place team. That's according to Wikipedia. I don't know. Maybe A-Rod did it. Anyways, yeah, I mean, now you got my mind going on these free agency because my mind goes to the Bulls. They won 6 titles. Horace Grant. What did they?
A complimentary piece.
Well, they drafted Horace Grant.
Okay.
Right. They traded.
Was Ron Harper a free agent from the Lakers?
I think he went to the Lakers after the Bulls.
I think
he came from Cleveland. I just don't remember if he was a free agent or not because I wasn't really alive, or there. But let's see. Let's just look it up. Yeah. Free agent signed with the Bulls in September '94, but he wasn't at the level of Dawson, Zobrist, and
Lester and Hosa. Right?
No, but I think it's just worthy of saying he was a starter on a 72 win team,
of course,
and a starter on a 3-peat situation.
For sure. So, thank you for making Locked On Cubs your first listen of the day. Well, what else did you want to?
No, that's it. You just get you. When we get to trivia, you know where my mind goes.
For those of you on video, we do send you now to the 24/7 National Locked On Podcast Network YouTube channel. Well, you're an encyclopedia, so it goes to hopefully fun places.
Tony Kukoc, what an underrated player. I know they drafted him. In this era, he'd averaged 23, 8, and 5. Go ahead.
On audio, make sure your second listed is Locked On MLB. He's Sam Olver. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.
I really enjoy that.